Hi everybody, Pine Guy with you here, and I just wanted to give you a quick, simple little tutorial on how to record through effects plugins in Logic Pro and have those effects integrated into your audio recording. Now, most experienced recording engineers would question that and say, well, wait a minute, why would you want to do that? Plugins are so much easier to control if you apply them during the mixing process, or they'll tell you if anything magic is going to happen when you're recording, it's going to happen before the audio interface. Like it's going to happen before the analog to digital conversion takes place. Like if you have a really good analog equalizer, an analog compressor, or perhaps some kind of vintage digital processor of some kind, such as an Eventide, a Lexicon, or even a Yamaha unit. Now, this is sentiment that I generally agree with. However, there may be situations where you know for a fact that you want your recorded audio to sound a certain way, and plugins are involved. It could be a guitar or bass sim plugin that you have adjusted very carefully and spent many hours working on, or it could be just a certain combination of effects that you know you really like. For example, maybe a high pass filter on your audio recording for your vocals or something like that. Anyway, I'll go ahead and get to it here. So, as you've probably noticed, if you apply a plugin to the channel strip inspector on the left, it appears in the mixer as well. And for example, right now I can hear lots of reverb in my headphones, but I cannot hear it in the recording because effects that you apply in this area do not get applied to the recording itself. But if you hit Command 0 and go into the environment, if you apply a plugin here before you start recording, you will hear it integrated into your recording. Now, just for example, I have a multiple input audio interface, and here on input number 3, I have applied a guitar simulation plugin from Overloud. It's called THU, and I just happen to have a guitar here right next to me. How convenient is that, right? And I'll just give you a little example of my rather crude guitar playing. Now that guitar plugin was applied here in the environment mixer, so of course it's integrated into the recording. So that's the gist of this whole little lesson. Plugins that are applied in the mixer or the channel strip inspector are only applied to the headphone mix. So in other words, you only hear them in your headphones, your earbuds, or whatever it is you're using to monitor your recording. And plugins that you apply before recording in the environment window get integrated into the recording, and usually at a very low latency, a relatively low latency compared to applying them in the mixer or the channel strip inspector. Anyway, I hope you have found this useful. Thanks for listening. Bye.